Welcome back, YouTubers, to another TNA Impact Wrestling Review festive edition with none other than your boys, the British Fist. Mr. Parkin here, sitting next to me here with his lovely bobble hat going all over the place thanks to gravity. It's none other than NJ, people.
What's up?
Subscribe down below, like the video down below, and comment down below.
And make sure you contact us in the links in the description box below.
Indeed, you'll see plenty of links down there. And I saw on Twitter earlier today, NJ, that apparently Evil Fool Killer did not like the fact that Terminator NJ got Character of the Year, the Best Character Award in our YWC Slam. He seemed a little bit pissed at that.
It really wasn't our choice. Just because the public outvoted you doesn't mean you have to have a go at us. It was nothing to do with us. We just called out the winner.
Hey, we're just the messengers here. And yeah, so we'll just leave it at that. And apparently, according to Fool Killer, there's going to be evil consequences to this.
What the hell? You should be coming after us. We've had Terminator NJ coming after us. Now you are. We're going to have to be careful wherever we go now.
Pretty much. Also, the results of OK Fabe's poll were in, and we recommend that you definitely go check out that video. It's much, much better than the list WWE come up with, as you were telling me earlier.
That's the thing. We'll link you in the description box below, and the winner has got 3 clues.
Yes.
R-I-P.
3 letters indeed. I noticed you've got a monster there, NJ.
Oh yes, because yes, I would have gone with a Coke or something, but the fact is, it's going to be the last time I'm going to ever drink this beautiful, lovely energy drink.
The last review we're ever going to do on this channel because
the world is going to end today.
Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous. This is fucking bullshit. Who the fuck comes up with this shit? By the way, NJ is going to do a video on this on his channel, so make sure you go check that out, guys. Right now, we're going to go on to this edition of TNA Impact Wrestling. We open up the show with Kurt Angle versus Devon for the TV Championship. I am not very interested in Devon as part of the Aces and Eights. I am not interested in Devon as part of the Aces and Eights being the TV champion. I'm not interested in Kurt Angle going after the TV Championship or Devon. And quite frankly, right now, I'm not really interested in the Aces and Eights angle and where it is going. So it's quite fair to say that I really wasn't that interested in this opener.
Well, since when Devon left the company for that brief period, he was the champion. He was going after not so big names. Angle stepping down. So in that case, the TV Championship is in a better place than where it was, but Angle should be in more wrapped up, higher place, especially with the higher members of the Ace and Eights.
I guess the positives from this segment, there are 2. Devon with the TV Championship is in the opening segment, and at least we're getting some better opponents for the TV Championship, and it's involved in that Ace and Eights storyline, which is apparently the biggest storyline TNA have got. And we also had the little brawl between the Aces and Eights and Joe and Garrett and Bischoff. At one point, didn't Aces and Eights have like 50 members? Now they kind of get outdone by pretty much two scrubs in Garrett and Bischoff and Wes Briscoe and then, of course, Samoa Joe.
Well, minus the match, it went down. The brawl part here, you had one team really, looking at one team, staring at each other. I thought, as long as these brawls lead to a bigger match concerning the Team TNA and Team Ace and Eights, it will make sense. But brawl after brawl after brawl, as much as I do like beatdowns, they are coming a bit repetitive each week. Yeah,
and it gets to the point where the brawl distracts the referee, so one of the Aces and Eights members can come in and dock Kurt Angle. So I said dock, how funny is that? And give Devon the win. So there we go. Next segment, we had Joey Ryan and Matt Morgan versus RVD and Kenny King. And you know, I'm going to duck out of this segment, NJ. So I'm Kenny King.
Because basically that makes Rob Van Dam actually lose, which was a really good highlight. And Kenny King, there we go. He's now going after, I'm pretty sure, the championship, the X Division, and actually going to finally win it, which is a highlight. And I'm hoping this is the tease of that happening.
Indeed, it's quite interesting the fact that not only are you putting Morgan and Ryan here, who are probably going to challenge for the tag titles again. Notice no love stereotypicals on this show. Kenny King ducks out of the ring so that RVD can take a carbon footprint, and we're getting the teasing of an actual X Division storyline, which is something refreshing, because generally under Pritchard, we haven't really seen much of that, apart from when Austin Aries was champion.
No, because with the dying tag team, the dying X Division, I enjoy the moments where you could see the championships going somewhere, as long as they keep this going now without dropping it. So, at the minute, I can't see it lasting long, but as long as Kenny King gets something from this feud, I'm all for it.
Oh, that looked like it hurt, didn't it? Oh, that carbon footprint. Damn. Hogan had a promo next. Apparently, when Hogan came into TNA, they were a tiny company. Excuse the double entendres there, even though the ratings are exactly the same as what they were when Hogan came in, if not less.
The thing is, Hogan is one of the best talks they can actually bring out to hype up the new year. And the fact he said that over the year it's not been good, but now it's grown over the year. You could say, because we've been saying many times how we compliment TNA now, the ratings may not show it, but the show quality does. But again, it's not really... Hogan was bigging it up when it really weren't doing it.
Also, according to Hogan, we can vote for the Impact Wrestler of the Year, and on January 3rd, we will get the winner. My vote is going to be going to Austin Aries this year.
Bobby Roode.
Bobby Roode. I thought he was going to say Bully Ray. And then we get out the Aces and Eights coming out saying 2012 was the year of the Aces and Eights, and 2013 will be the year that you won't be able to watch Hogan because you're not going to be here. And they go in to beat Hulk Hogan until Bully Ray, Super Bully Ray, comes out and makes the save. Even though there was like 5 Aces and Eights and only a 60-year-old man and a Bully Ray in the ring, and the Aces and Eights went out, which is why the faction isn't really considered very serious.
The fact that you had, yes, it was Devon and Mike, which I'm still getting pretty bored of hearing him. The fact he did say that you won't be here to see it, I like that. I like the fact they're aiming for the boss, going to take the boss out. And I was hoping for a beatdown on Hogan. There'll be no boss running the show. Ooh.
Yeah, no Hogan.
But for Bully Ray to come out, yeah, I was hoping for another, like, a group battle, not with all, like, Garrett Bishop and all that. Just Hogan and Bully Ray trying to fight for their lives, but the Ace and H just went, no, we're staying out of this.
We're going to run away. And apparently Hogan, even though Bully Ray saved his ass, still doesn't respect...
The reason... Ho, ho, ho. Now, the reason why I won the Character of the Year is because no character in the YWC or in the entire world that is better than me. If you want to complain or whine that you did not win the award, say it to my face and we'll take care of business that way. As for the Ace and Eights, if you continue to let me down, I'm going to have to leave you because you're letting me down. Ace and Eights, do something better because I swear, in a few weeks to come, I'll put an end to you, each and every one of you. Now, worthless mortals, beware because the best is yet to come. After a long wait, Kaz is on the mic cutting a promo. Yes, just what I was waiting for. But he's doing it to put over his tag team partner, Christopher Daniels.
Well, let's face it, out of Christopher Daniels and Kaz, Christopher Daniels is by far the best of the two, in my opinion.
Even if that is the case or not the case, Kazarian has always been outshadowed by his tag team partner. And I'm thinking, how's Kazarian going to grow in TNA, grow from this tag team, grow from this feud that he's going to have? He's not, because he's always been outshadowed by his partner, which he put over incredibly well. And Christopher Daniels like, not putting you over.
I guess he really wanted to be put over by Santa. So we had Kaz's festive gift for Christopher Daniels. My question is, since I've never known this, but Kaz has actually gotten really good on the mic lately, and he brings out Santa Claus, and Daniels has been a good boy because he got rid of AJ Styles. This was a fun segment, quite festive.
I really like the fact that Christopher Daniels, hopefully for the next few weeks, you might get bored of it, but I really want Christopher Daniels to rub in the fact that he beat AJ. AJ's gone. I want him to rub it in because finally Christopher Daniels has beat AJ. That's a big thing, especially for fans who've been watching the repeated matches 151 times.
115.
151
or 15, it doesn't really matter. There's still too many times. Yeah. You never know, they might just end up doing another one last more time. But there we go. Out comes James Storm, though. They're saying that they're not going to run down Christmas and he's super kick Santa. Surely that is pretty much the definition of running down Christmas, super kicking Santa, so we can't give the kids their presents.
It was good to see James Storm cutting his promos, because I do enjoy James Storm Mike. But look at the teasing at Christopher Daniels and Storm feud, which is different to Kazarian, so hopefully a better match will come from this. The promo about Santa, okay. It's nice to see Santa on a part of this show. But the main focus was what's going to be coming from this segment.
At least it's not Christopher Daniels versus AJ Styles once again. That was all I will say. It could be James Storm and Daniels. Could at least be an interesting feud. Austin Aries, you had Austin Aries as well, making fun of Hardy's mind talk as well. That was just quite funny.
Because we heard earlier, Hardy was having this brain thing about how he's going to become the champion and talks and blah, blah, blah. Aries making fun of that. Aries, again, just like Storm, great at promos and stuff.
Yeah.
Hyping up the match for the main event. Nice quick segment there.
Speaking of hyping up, we found out this week who 1-3-13 is going to be. I guess you should have seen this coming, NJ, but apparently it's going to be Sting. Another what I like to call Sting return, which at this point in time means absolutely fuck all, pretty much.
The thing about this, they showed the video package that we were thinking, oh, who could it be? But obviously we did predict it was Sting.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden it just changed from that promo a few weeks early. Then you see Sting hyping up that he's going to come out and take the Ace and Eights, which we all know he will do, and outshadow and beat down the growing faction that is fading week after week after week.
Anyone else getting 3-3-11 flashbacks here? Sting taking out another big faction in TNA. Oh my god, it was Championship Thursday this week though, and we had Tara versus Mickie James. No doubt they're saving Velvet Sky and Tara for Genesis.
Instead of doing a Hogan's choice, it came to be Brooke's choice.
Still a Hogan choice.
In a way, yes. And it comes down, okay, the way she cancelled it down, especially when it came to Velvet and Mickie at the end, made sense from it, but I still lean a bit more towards Velvet, even though I do like Mickie James. But overall, this match was seen before.
It was pretty much exactly the same match we got at the pay-per-view, with exactly the same result. Jesse Goddard distracts Mickie James to give Tara the win. I mean, could you at least try it out there something different? Maybe have Tara get a clean win over Mickie James. Maybe eject Jesse Goddard just to give this match a different feel, because it just felt like the match that happened at Filler Resolution. Anyway, we'll move on. We had another training wrestling vignette from Joseph Park. We had a bit of an edge this time. He was bleeding in the corner, and he comes out and does the Abyss Slam, the Black Hole Slam once again. That was quite interesting. I like these little vignettes. I wonder if this will lead to Abyss coming back, or Joseph Park being a wrestler. Or...
I do like seeing Joseph Park's character show that he's eventually going to wrestle, even though he's beat one of our top heels in the company before, so he doesn't really need these. But I'm hoping this, because obviously they're going to try and stretch this out for a later pay-per-view. But eventually, I think this could be the bring back of Abyss, because obviously Abyss is the actual character that was in TNA long term.
Keep doing these for weeks and weeks and weeks, TNA, because they are incredibly entertaining, especially this one. The main event of the evening, Austin Aries versus Jeff Hardy 3. They hyped this up from last week. They really wanted to try and grab some ratings this week, and they did it this week by putting the Bound for Glory main event on free TV. Jeff Hardy versus Austin Aries for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship.
I will say this, I'm against like Championship Thursday and all this kind of gimmicky shows, and this is a reason why, because if this is a feud that's going to continue, it's more of a pay-per-view worthy match, but at least the twist at the end gave this match a reason for it to happen the way it did.
Yeah, it wasn't 100% clean, which is positive. I don't mind the idea of Championship Thursday. I can see why they're doing it. They're trying to use Championship Thursday and Open Fight Night to try and draw in ratings, which right now for TNA has to be a big priority, as they're really struggling to get over the 1 ratings. God bless Vince Russo. And the match itself was typically good. Jeff Hardy versus Austin Aries, even though there was a commercial break in there or two, still went out there and had a very good match. But the talking point here will be when the ref gets knocked out, Bobby Roode comes in, counts the pin, counts the 2 count, and costs Aries the match. And you think they're leading to a triple threat at Genesis, maybe? I don't think Roode turned face here, but it just was a way of setting up a triple threat at Genesis, do you think?
I think, obviously, instead of having a single match main event every pay-per-view, a triple threat would be something different. And plus, Bobby Roode fighting for the championship, okay, gives more of a challenge instead of a typical another Aries and Jeff match. So if it does happen, go for it, but we'll see what happens next week.
We'll have Genesis, and then after that we'll have Lockdown. And it seems like from the poster, we're going to be getting Austin Aries versus Jeff Hardy once again at Lockdown. So we'll
Bit of a spoiler there.
Bit of a spoiler there, I'm sorry, but it's on the poster. You guys must know. They may not do it. They may not do that match, but that is what is on the poster, so I assume that's going to be their main event. But we didn't end the show with that, guys.
No.
We ended the show with Hogan leaving the arena, and then we see footage of Brooke and Bully Ray kissing, furthering along the angle that, you know, Brooke is leading Bully Ray on, and it's not the other way around. And Hogan doesn't take this very well. He's a typical dad of a 20-odd-year-old woman being, sexually insinuated by a Bully Ray, by a 40-odd-year-old man.
Well, bringing up the whole Ace and Eights thing and how this year's came for TNA and how it's going to finish for TNA, then noticing that I really felt it should have finished with the awesome Roode finish, but this, I guess, with it being another angle and involving Hogan, it was going to finish, but I do want to see more of the Bully Ray adapted from this to get into the main event slot or whatever direction they're going to go in with this.
It's funny, really, that this angle I'd usually hate, but because it's involving Bully Ray and it was involving Austin Aries as well, it's actually not been that bad. It's not been as bad as I thought it would be because of the characters involved like Bully Ray. But anyway, what were your overall thoughts on this show this week? There wasn't that much to it, really, was there? There was like 6 segments, a lot of backstage segments.
From the first hour, yes, it had some good spots, which especially with the Kenny King stuff, and then with the Kaz being let down. I didn't feel it had the most biggest moments, and the Ace to continue to be let down.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't think it was the best thing, but the main event wrap up with the Bobby Roode thing, that could be a good angle.
Indeed. This show, like I said, there wasn't really much to it. There wasn't really that many segments. There was a lot of backstage segments. I guess my main thought going away from this is Genesis is coming up in a couple of weeks' time, beginning of January. What are the matches? Apparently, Hogan said in the final segment he was going to discuss how all that was going to be resolved. It'll be a triple threat match probably, but we've got an RVD King feud, maybe Velvet Terror. There's some stuff there, but it's not really been like put out on the table yet, in my opinion. And I think next week's show and the week show after that will be a pivotal show in actually showcasing those feuds. Overall, it was an okay show. You could tell it was a sort of taped, let's get this sort of stuff out of the way kind of edition of Impact, but still okay, especially because of the main event, which was very good.
And to wrap up this review, please tell us what your thoughts on the show is, and please tell us what you think of another Sting return and how you feel about the Ace 8 in the comments section below. And from Mr. Parkin, me and Jay, hopefully you have a great Christmas when it comes. And until next time, YouTubers, goodbye.